The message arrived while my father was still shouting. My phone vibrated once in my coat pocket. Soft, polite, almost respectful, unlike him. "Get out and stay out!" Spit flew from his mouth. It landed on my cheek like a small, warm insult. My mother stood behind him, arms folded, eyes already grieving the daughter she had decided was dead. Medical school dropout, family disappointment, financial parasite, that was the version of me they were burying. My hand closed around my phone. I didn't check the screen. I already knew who it was from. Unknown numbers don't send messages at moments like this. Only people who have been waiting. I picked up my bag. 10 pounds of clothes, a laptop, my passport. Everything else they could keep. Photos, furniture, childhood lies. "Don't come back," my father said. His voice cracked. Not from sadness, from relief. I nodded once. Slow. Respectful. Like a patient acknowledging a terminal diagnosis. Then I walked out. Cold air bit my face. The house exhaled behind me, lighter without my weight. I stood on the driveway and finally opened the message. "Funds cleared, Santa Fe property secured, title in your name." Below it, 25,000. No emojis. No congratulations. Just proof. My hands didn't shake. That surprised me. I thought they would. Instead, my chest felt quiet. Like a locked room after the fire has already passed through. I put the phone away before the number could change me. Some truths should stay folded until the right moment. I used to believe my parents' disappointment started when I left medical school. That was the story they told. The clean version. But disappointment doesn't grow overnight. It ferments. It hides in gestures, in pauses, in the way love becomes contractual. My father had been distant long before my resignation letter. My mother started calling me difficult when I was 13. Not rebellious, not wild. Difficult, a word people use when they don't want to say unwanted. I saw the signs too late. The locked study, the whispered calls, the way my mother watched me like I was a receipt she couldn't return, and the man who visited sometimes. Always polite, always left before dinner. He had my eyes. That should have bothered me more. I didn't go to a shelter. I didn't cry in a bus station bathroom. I checked into a quiet hotel under a name I stopped using years ago, and I started verifying. Accounts, documents, shell companies nested inside other shell companies like Hollow Bones, a trust established before I was born. My name misspelled. On purpose, I traced transactions the way I used to trace veins on cadavers. Slow, respectful, detached. Money doesn't lie. People do. By dawn, I knew two things. My future had been prepared in silence, and my past had been carefully edited. Someone in my family had built me like a secret. Someone else had tried to erase me. I lay on the bed, fully dressed. The DNA report arrived at 6:41 a.m. I was brushing my teeth. Mint foam, hotel mirror, a woman with my face and no past looking back at me. I rinsed, dried my hands, opened the file. 9999. Not my father. Not even close. The man with my eyes. The visitor. The polite ghost who never stayed for dinner. My mother's affair, my father's lifetime lie. And my existence. An accounting error they never managed to correct. I sat on the edge of the bed. No tears, just a soft pressure behind my ribs, like something heavy had finally been set down. So that was it. I wasn't a disappointment. I was evidence. I returned 2 days later, not to apologize, to finish the sentence they had started. They were in the kitchen, morning light, coffee, routine. My father stiffened when he saw me. "You have some nerve." I placed the envelope on the table, between the sugar jar and his pills. He opened it. "Read," once, then again. His hands began to shake. My mother didn't reach for the paper. She already knew its weight. "I just wanted to be loved," she whispered. I studied her face like a stranger studies a painting, searching for technique, not meaning. "You were," I said, "just not by me." My father sat down slowly, as if gravity had been renegotiated. "You used me," he said to her. She cried. He looked at me, for the first time. Not as a failure, not as a burden, but as theft. I leaned closer. "You didn't lose a daughter," I said softly. "You raised someone else's secret." I slid a second document across the table. Property records, trust ownership, bank statements. His eyes widened. My mother made a sound like glass breaking. "I own the land this house sits on," I said. The trust was funded by my biological father. He died last year. Silence collapsed inward. I came to tell you, I continued, that I won't take it from you. Relief flickered. Then I finished. I'm selling it. They were served eviction papers 3 weeks later. I didn't attend. I watched the confirmation email arrive while sitting on the balcony of my Santa Fe mansion. Red desert, open sky, nothing inherited except blood and money, and even those were accidents. I blocked their numbers. Not out of anger. Out of precision, some bonds are not broken. They are corrected. I dropped out of medical school because I was tired of pretending to save lives. Now I study markets, structures, how power moves quietly through paperwork. I sleep well. No voices, no ghosts, only space. And the sound of a door that closed exactly when it should have. They told me to get out. I did, and I took the truth with me.